The Perth Racing Preview is where the Straight Up team finds you the winners, and here's the Straight Up team with their preview of Saturday racing from Ascot.
Thank you, Trevor. Always good to have TJ in the studios, and always good to have McGinnity in here as well. How are you, mate?
Mart. Rusty.
G'day, mate.
Tej. Brazer, hello.
Lefty's here.
Gee, it's busy in here.
Lefty's here.
It's a full house.
Russell, very good debut last week. You've got I know you don't give many people raps, but Smooth Chino, it was about $15 when he tipped it, wasn't it?
Outstanding.
Yeah. And the lefty, he was very strong on the 2-year-old, off air. Yeah, so we had him. How did you go?
Hey? It's funny how I'd sort of tipped 6 straight 10-1 winners over the last 6 weeks, and he doesn't mention a word, but old mate jumps on, Brazer sends in a text message. We're low on chairs in here. We're playing lapsies. It's a bit squeezy, but we'll be okay.
Oh, it's a very spacious studio. You'll be okay. Now, I've given you the phone for Retrovision. 0427 789 571.
Nice of you to debut my my little
reading skills.
Yeah, well, I can't do that. And also the fact that
up.
those pictures you've sent through to the text line are inappropriate, Mark. No more of those, please. The package will not enjoy those one bit.
He's listening.
That makes 2. Anyway, quiet so far. We'll get through them a bit later, I reckon.
Okay. What about this meeting on Saturday? Weather, having a look at the bomb. Cloud clearing 26, winds south to southeasterly 20 to 30. Okay, it's on pace until someone else tells you otherwise. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, rail at 3.
Yeah, what's that mean?
On pace.
On pace.
Until someone tells you differently. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good meeting. Detonator Stakes.
It's a ripper.
You like the Detonator, don't you? And the Challenge Stakes?
Very excited about this group of 3-year-olds as well.
Yeah.
It's and there's some really intriguing races to get stuck into, Mark. I know you've been, you look just bleary-eyed because you've been up all night doing the form.
I got a migraine from it. I had to take a sleeper to get to sleep. It's, a couple of those races are really hard to, as Macca would say, unpack. But I did my best last night. I'll see how we go. First event, the MCA Polytrack Plate. It's over the 1,100 metres. Time to go 12:28. And I've just got to get this into order. Here we go. Number 1 is Monte Tremezzo, and it has been $6. You put up $5.50 into $4.20, and the Morton team were keen to have a little look at that. Boza Ladders 41. Bundaberg for Big Wesley John loves $1.950. Maya Riches 51 on cue. 126. Jimmy Angels 12. Elegant Ruler 420. Pony Uppers 34. Black Jewel 101. Kawara 5 into 370. Loves Talking is 850. So Much Serenity 23 from 31. And Solar Crest $12. So a bit of interest in the babies here.
Indeed, Mart. The Sharpies like 2. They've penciled the 2 faves at this stage in Kawara and Elegant Ruler. So they're the main 2, with a little bit of money coming just recently, more Eastern States Pro money for Monte Tremezzo, as you alluded to, Mark, including $550 there at the $5. Kawara, a couple of $500 bets there at the $3.60 and earlier at the $5. Well played. Elegant Ruler, $650 there at the $4.20 as well.
Looks a real type. The debutante from Neville Parnham's Kawara, and brilliantly bred. Look at this family, this baby family. You get these mares and they just keep throwing babies, and then they throw a filly that then throws babies. This is this family here, the Chansky family. This is her granddaughter making a debut for Neville and Chris Parnham from 2. Chansky won a Jim Crack, ran second in a Supremacy. What I saw in the trials of this horse, the second behind Loves Talking was fabulous. Loves Talking over the 400, of course, led all the way. But the win, the last trial win over Ripper Rupert was something to behold. Big, strong-looking filly, sat in the box, then went off, sat outside the leader and just ran past them, hit the line beautifully. I was taken by it, and I think I'll have that as one of my better bets of the day. I don't like tipping too strong-headed babies.
Just so bad, he's just got bang.
I think this horse has got a real future,
Well,
and I reckon they'll be
Nice.
just as excited as I was watching the trial.
Stretch those hammies before coming in off the long run, Rusty.
Mate, it was a very impressive trial.
Yeah.
And when you go into and look at some of these babies deeply, it just looks like a family that are going to run.
Yep.
And when they're big and strong like that, drawn to, debuting off a couple of trials, I like them. Neville certainly gets them going.
Playing God.
Yeah, this is a nice animal, and I'm excited about it. There you are.
Good. Bit of excitement.
Straight away off the bat.
We love it. I won't be getting involved. There's some very good stuff coming through on this text line, Mark.
Well, that's what you're there to read it for.
Apparently Bellis have sponsored every... Tim's made a very humorous reference to Bellis sponsoring every race on the card, which is good stuff. They won the Cup, Mart.
Yep, they did.
They won the Cup. We've got a tip here for Cessation. I've given him a gift. Thanks, Greg L. Thanks. Enjoy your gift. What have we got? Oh, one from the Dup. Are we doing this yet? Dup went missing last week, but he's back.
Yeah.
False started, he was DQ'd, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he's given his whole set, but we're not reading them out because Shorty's back, isn't he?
Well, we don't know. Who won last week?
Shorty's off the bench. He's back in, isn't he?
Well, he's trying to muscle his way in.
No, we'll give him one more chance at the Dup. He's gone Monty Tremezzo in the first, Scorpion Ruler in the second, Barramundi deferred, Not Secret, Eccentric Nature, Glasgow Last, Bonjoy, Watch Me Rock. Thanks, Dup. No jokes in that one. Can you think of a gag, please, Dup? Lift.
Now, on my text line, which went well last week as well, the Mauler's jumped in. He's asking whether he's been blocked on the Tab Radio.
No, there is a message from him that has come through.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it true the Mauler has shared his tips for the first time in a few weeks? Well,
I
don't want to ask as to what he means by that, but
did he say tips?
Well, yeah. And there's a picture uploading as we speak, so we'll probably just ignore that.
Yeah.
That's it for the moment.
Hello, Mauler.
So he's not blocked. He's definitely getting through the Mauler.
He's getting through. We just ignore him.
Got his tips through. So the challenge is on again. Is that right? The Mauler's back.
Yes.
Okay.
We've just had it. Peter O'Neill said put him on.
Okay.
Swanee from Swanview sent one through. That's a really original and authentic sounding name. Thanks, Swanee from Swanview. As Mart said something about something happening at the Gold Coast. Does anyone have any more info about this? I don't know if that's a setup or not.
Tell us about what's going up there at the Gold Coast in this freeway. I just had a coffee. That one that Russell brought in, he shared. What about this? What about winning form for these 2-year-olds that normally holds? It's normally good week to week. The filly Monty Tremezzo. Your thoughts there? No love.
Up 2 kilos. It was impressive, but
you're just all over this, Kawara.
I really am. I'm excited.
It's got the blinkers on.
I'm
excited.
I've gone back and watched that trial. I missed watching that trial last night.
There you go.
But it was a good trial.
You would have slept better.
Yeah, if I'd seen it. So let's go to race number 2. And this race is the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap over 1,000 metres. This one tricked me a bit. And it's time to go 3 past 1. Cessation. Well, $8 into $4.20 if you don't mind. Frantic War is 17. Invincible Ruby is 12. Go Grommet 26. Hit the Jackpot 11 from 13. Scorpion Ruler 5. Talkin' Gibberish 443.70. Cryptic Joy 750. How Pretty 31. And Jazz Session 10 into 8.
Do you reckon they've backed one here, Mart?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
Cessation.
They're going well with these lately. There's been a few big goes in the last couple of weeks, and they are landing them. So here's another one they're looking at. 4 lots of bets between $300 and $350 at the $8 and $7 there for Cessation, and at $600 at the $480. Talking Gibberish, $600 at the $440. Cryptic Joy, $500 at the $550. That's about it at this stage.
Okay, Sensation won its first 2 starts, hasn't won since. 8 starts without a win there. Placed in 6 of them. Certainly, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, but must be doing something right. Just St. James, it nailed it the other day. How hard was that to watch on?
Wow.
In
the last.
Oh, and what was going on with that delay there? I'm not one to complain, but They were in the barriers for 5 or 6 minutes. What was going on there?
I don't know. Mac wasn't happy.
Yeah, I was stunned by it. And, not good. But a couple of big runs. Cryptic Joy, the maiden winner, first up, was something to behold. Bar plates were removed. His stable's firing again, Simon, especially if you look at the trials. It was big. I know it was only a maiden, but boy, it was big. Talking Gibberish was just as big, just raced away from them. Great win in that Class 1. But the one I'm going for is I'm going back to that Southwest form. You know I love it. You do get a bit of value out of it. You're getting probably close to each way here. A lot of speed in this race. A lot of speed in it. Hit the Jackpot goes forward, as does Talking Gibberish. As does Cessation. I'm going the one that might be camped right behind them with Holly Watson aboard. Scorpion Ruler was a big win. And Mount Barker, the horse has always shown potential. It was a black booker at its first start in a race at Bunbury. If you remember back at 1, everyone put it in their black book. A few have dropped it out since. I think after tomorrow it could go, or after Saturday it could go back into people's black books. Nice horse, looks to be spot on. As I said, the map's perfect for it. Good price each way.
Yes, similar thoughts to Rusty in regards to the speed. There seems a heap of speed, but how often do we say that and it doesn't eventuate because they all come out looking left and right and waiting for another one to lead. So there looks like there's 4 leaders in the race, but there's only one of them can do that. And what tempo might eventuate, we'll have to see. And I'm just hoping that leader's not Cessation, Mark.
It's a little bit of a one each way there, isn't it, mate? Come on. You're better than that.
Oh, if I was...
You're a map maker. You do come out of the navigator's room, so...
You're
got to go.
You've
got to go with it, mate. You've got to say there'll be pace.
There probably won't be. I'm looking at a horse, similar thought process to Rusty, Invincible Ruby, or probably more to the point of Cryptic Joy around that 850 mark. I know it's from a maiden straight to a Saturday, but it is a platinum.
Yep.
And that was a really nice win. It did get to them really quickly. It got there early, so you got to like that when they go at a good tempo, and it still makes up that ground quickly and was then sort of stargazing a bit, did the job well, so obviously plenty of upside there.
Good race.
Yeah, really even affair, so could make a case for a lot of them. Got more on the text line here, most abusing me for not being able to read, which is fair enough. One saying McGinnity sounds as nervous as Santarelli scrolling through Twitter with his morning coffee. That's very accurate. Yeah, it's... I've read out the wrong tip, says Duffy's given me a clip, that's fair enough. What else have we got?
Getting a lot of text.
Just a sneaky tip for Fear the Wind each way in the Detonator.
We'll get to that. How's your phone going? Anything coming in over there?
Very quiet now. The baller's got to mention he's happy.
Third event, the Unite Resourcing Handicap over the 1800. And isn't it great to have Unite Resourcing on too? They're doing a terrific job.
You're on their payroll now too,
trying my best. One here for checks. 290 to 275. 2 Red Dwarfs 21. 3 the Hill Tribe is 12. Number 4 is Barramundi. Somebody tipped that up, did he? 330. 5 Just a Midi 6. 6 Bell Journey is 12. 7 Bam Bun Boy. 23 into 14. That's a little bit of a out wide spec. 8 Opal Tango is 26 and 9 Pages Turn 17 into 10.
Oh, just a midi mart. Words you've never uttered in your life. Pro money here for checks, 1100 at the 290. Local sharp money Bambam Boy, 550 places at the 460. That's pretty much it. Pretty quiet betting affair, Russ.
Only one leader from my perspective is Barramundi, and it could get a nice soft lead here, which is probably why it's so short. Just a midi. It seems a bit shorter than I'd have it, in my view, only because it hasn't won in its last 32 starts.
You're getting to very delicate ground here.
I'm just saying...
Be careful.
I'm just saying...
Careful.
It's hard to find a midi now.
You don't understand how this all operates in here.
He's getting very...
Well, if you start...
Touchy, edgy.
Just all I'm saying, you're getting into uncharted waters here, Russ.
All right. Look, he's the odds maker and the breaker, of course. The Hill Tribe was an interesting run the other day. Meets Barramundi 1.5 better. Railed throughout. Dropped 6.5 kilos on its last run. Claims with Luke Campbell, confident young rider. And might be on its way back, the Hill Tribe.
Yeah, I didn't find it.
Don't mind it. I'm going to tip just a midi each way at $7 around the traps. I think it maps pretty well. It should be able to land thereabouts, leaders back. I don't think it'd be much further back than that. It was beaten by Rockin' the Jams last start, who is obviously a very nice horse. The margin says 2 lengths, but she got chopped out halfway down the straight. It probably cost it a length. It probably would have run Rockin' the Jam to 3/4 of a length. And I think that form's pretty solid, especially when you're coming to a race like this. So that's where I'll be, but not betting with my last dollar in this one, Mart.
No.
And if I was having a wager, I'd have a Quinella. I'd have a Quinella here for checks and Barramundi.
Okay.
I think they'll clear out, and I think Daylight will be third.
I'm going to put that in the book. Little Quinella there. First time we've ever had one on Straight Up.
Go.
Packet race 4, they're moving in. Welcome back to Straight Up, and some wonderful conversation off here. Who's going to dive first? I'm the favourite. Russ is he's trying to usurp me.
I'm just somewhat flattened that I've been instilled as favourite.
The AstraZeneca.
Yeah, I was a Pfizer
continue
man.
on.
I've got to be favourite. Peter's Investments Handicap. It is over the 1,000 metres, race number 4. Time to go 2:19, and starting to get a little bit serious now. This is where we're going to start to throw a few out. 1 Bay Z is 15. 2 Capray Omnia just keeps winning at good odds. This horse $9. 3 Silver Eye 6. Number 4 Miss Flirtatious 9. 5 Sinful Living 440 into 350, and then Rocking Gem 7 into 550, Deferred 440 into 390. No Money Yet Secret Style first up at $15.
Nice little betting race, this one, Mart. A bit of early support there. Sinful Living 600 at the 440, Deferred 500 each way there at the 390. Another 700 wins at the 420. That was Eastern States Pro Money. Rocking Gem, also Eastern States Pro Money.
BPMs.
Yep. 400 at the 6 and 250 there at the 6. Russ.
Great ad, this race, for the winter sale for the yearlings, for the babies. Have a look at the prize money. Just quickly, Miss Flirtatious, bought for $6,000.
Yep.
Has amassed $230,000.
$6,000 at the winter sale.
Yep. And Sinful Living, you ready for this? $10,000 at the winter sale. $10,000.
Yep.
230,000 plus Westby bonuses of 154.
If you don't mind punters.
And 1 year apart. That's incredible, isn't it?
No,
both in the same race. But there you go. Look, Pikey's back on. Pikey's back in form too after yesterday. Sinful Living, I think it leads. I think it's going to be awfully hard to beat. Rocking Gem ruined what could have been a magnificent Sunday last week, but it was still a very good Sunday, by knocking off Just St. James in the last at Pinjarra. Backs up off the 7 days.
Got that trumpet.
It's good form.
Go on there, mate.
It is very good form. Deferred, I'm worried whether this horse is a wet tracker.
Okay.
Marty.
Yep. I get it.
The 1,000 metres also has to be a massive concern fresh for it.
Epaulette.
And then Silver Eye, twice it's been scratched.
Yeah.
What is going on there? Has it been injured? Is there an issue?
Well, I think
It's always a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah, first time was, I think, an abscess, and the second time was for a future nomination, which is always a good one to see.
Yeah, so I'm happy to stick with Pikey, and I think the bargain buy, the $10,000 filly, who's now amassed close to $400,000 in prize money, might be adding to it.
Can we just talk about Will for a minute? Yesterday, 2 from 2?
Yep.
Rode, like we pipe rides. But I just thought the 2 interviews he did with Scotty after the race, he looked refreshed, he looked invested, he looked interested and happy to be back.
Can I say also he walked well? Did you notice that there wasn't the pronounced limp he had before the break?
Right. No, I didn't pick that up.
Well, I did because I was watching for it. I wanted to see how that ankle really was going, and he did seem to move pretty well. So I'm probably taking it a step too far.
No,
but
it's
I think it's very
well.
important.
I like that.
Yeah, there you are.
But it's good info, isn't it? We've got one from Greg L., regular on the text line. Has Riley sent a postcard from the Caribbean yet? I presume that is where he is on the back of Iceberg's current form. So it's a little jab there for Riles. I think he's in Japan, isn't he, Riles?
He is, yeah, snowboarding, yeah. And no tips, and he just completely forgot about us. But that's okay.
He's given us Iceberg.
Yeah, because you get up there in Japan and rolling around in the snow.
And we've got one from
machines.
This might be from Cameron from Wesley Mart. Any chance of Unhinged coming back? That's good. Thanks for listening.
Yes, don't know about that in the current times, but it'd be good. Secret Style, I want to talk about this horse. Had a terrific run with it in that Calgary series. Final run was in the Ronnie Sayers $100,000 race when they went crazy out in front.
Made my round, that did, the last race.
Kripalenko?
Kripalenko.
I'm going to have to
I think I was the only
one.
person cheering it. There you are.
Yes, got to get one. Yeah.
He's learned quick, hasn't he, Russ? Quick learner. But she was terrific in all of those wins, and I know you're worried of Vasco da Gama over here, the track navigator, but I think Secret Style's got the pace to get into a good position wherever it wants to get to.
I think you're right. It'll probably... I had it mapped right behind Sinful Living getting across. There's a bit of other speed in there. Capra Omni, of course, goes forward. So does Silver Eye, if it's right. And so does Miss Flirtatious.
So would Lucy have had the choice there because she rode that horse all the way through on the Goldfields and it's on Silver Eye? Don't know. How would you know?
I didn't ask her.
No. Don't you manage? Oh, no, that's right. Michael Heaton manages, sorry.
Slight size difference.
Yeah.
There,
Okay.
Size
very
goes-
similar, though.
Size counts.
So
Another good
5
race.
foot between us.
Another good race.
So are you in the book for anything?
Yeah, put me down for Sinful Living.
Sinful Living for
Pikey to
Pike.
continue.
Yeah.
3 from 3 on the comeback trail here in the West.
He's even throwing Quinellas out, this man. What about
Oh, I
yourself?
love it. Nope.
I'm just a small spec each way Secret Style there in race number 4. I'd like a bit of money to come for it. Andrew Inglis and the team there. How's the Retrovision text line looking?
Tumbleweeds at the moment, Mark.
Tumbles. Okay.
How about Riley? Even when he's on holidays, he makes money.
Still making money. Yeah.
Great ride by Alex.
He is the manager of Alex Hearn and getting the money there. So on to race number 5. We're looking at the Pierce Racing Yearling Parade tomorrow handicap. It is over the mile. The boys have already been very, very busy and active and on air as well. Julio getting Ben to the airwaves. 1 Heskett. 7 out to 11 back into 10. 2 Not Secret. 11, 14 back to 11. Number 3, a big day on it, is 17 into 10. 4 Axman's Jazz. 440 into 3. It's the winner. 5 Stylish Lord, 550 to 480. 6 Memory Parade is 550. 7 Sessions Peak, 61. 8 Red Tory, 440. And 9 Style Axe, 126.
Well, let's start with one of the bigger goes of the day, Mart. Axman's Jazz, 600 at the 440. They kept going, 600 at the 380. A couple of $500 bets there, even as low as $290, which they can have against champions. Big day on it, 800 places at the 370. Not Secret, 900 places at the 330. A little bit of money starting to trickle through now for Red Tory on the drift, Russ.
Big day on it. Again, looks like the only leader here, and I think that's why the support's there. Looks like it could get the soft lead. But this Axman's Jazz, I was lucky enough, I had a mate of ours, or mate of my wife's, had a horse in with Williams, and I went out midweek to Ascot and went and had a look at the horse, and the horse standing next to it just took my eye. I said, what the hell is this thing? And it was Axman's Jazz. It was first up after 500 days. It's a beast of an animal. I noticed there, a 5-year-old having start number 8, it's won 3 of them.
Yep.
This is some horse. Now, on the day, I was so taken aback by it, I asked the girls if they could get it out, just have a look at it. They walked it around for me and put it back in. Gee, it's a beast. It could be one really to follow. I can see the money's certainly there. Anyone that has seen this horse would be saying, give me some of that.
By done deal, so he's probably only just reaching his peak as a 5-year-old lightly race. He'll be ready to run into his best form now.
Always hard second up after a long spell, though.
It's always hard first up after a long spell.
But 500 days off, comes back and wins a midweek, straight back to a Saturday. The extra 200 will suit it. The team are firing. CJP aboard, and it's an impressive animal.
Yeah, it's a very great return, but everyone's got to set their mark for a horse, and I've got those little concerns second up at the mile there off that long break. So, but punters disagree; they are very keen, and this is a nice even race. There's enough quality here. It's certainly stronger than what it beat first up.
Yeah, look, there's plenty in the race. Stylish Lord, terrific effort the other day. meets Red Tory, 1.5 better. I just really like the last 100 metres of Stylish Lord. If you go back and get a chance to watch the replay, watch the last 100. It hits the line beautifully. The 14 to the 16 will suit it. Not Secret's got a great mile record. It is a good race. And as I said, big day on it, which we've all had at times. It could get a soft lead.
Cheap lead, yeah. And Memory Parade, I think you can forgive last start where things didn't go right for it. It was cluttered up on the fence. And
a lot of question marks there. Yeah. But there you go. No abnormalities there with that run when it ran last to Fluoro Neuro, but sometimes you just got to continue on, as Macca did with that one in Geraldton. Put it in his top four. It was $3 or $4 last start. And
Mexican
the chocolates at $18.
Well, we'll have a crack at the first leg of the quaddie. The missus max handicap over the 1,500 metres, and number one Forever Dreaming is 19. 2 Success Plays 12. 3 Little Silver 23. 4 Our Rocky Bay is 8. 5 Cavallo Red 11 into 950, and 6 Eccentric Nature 225. 7 Celebrity Witness 51. 8 Princess in Red 460 into 390. 9 Abu 71. 10 Hizachi 61. 11 Sale Session 12 into 10.
Local Sharpie, very keen early Princess in Red, 600 there at the 460.
Thank you.
That is otherwise markets merging. Even in regards to the rest of the race, there hasn't been a great deal of activity. The money's starting to flow through for the favourite now, Eccentric Nature. Slightly on the drift, but will be in a few multis, I'm tipping.
It was very good first up at Bunbury, but boy, what a hard watch. That second up run when it went to town. Started very short. Finished off the race well, just that between the 450 and, say, the 200 it was never out of trouble, had no room to move. Finished off, as I said, well. Pike back aboard, the Jet's back. Princess in Red, very, very good. Draws well. Like to see her jump probably a pair closer.
Big rider change.
Yeah, massive rider change. No disrespect to the previous rider, but to get the state's leading rider at the moment on board. And it should, in my view, go better second up. It's 1 second up before. It's a good race. Again, a good race. Success Plays going okay. Forever Dreaming's finally got those pads off, which is off the fronts, which is good. Cavallo Red's had no luck with draws. Gee, it gets frustrating if you own a horse like Cavallo Red. You just keep
9,
drawing
10.
The pineapple. Yep. Very, very tough. And Our Rocky Bay is another one with a chance in a very open race. And down the bottom there, I know 45 days between runs, but that was a good win, that sale session over Barramundi last start.
In a maiden.
I think it might be
back to 15.
A little design for the heading towards the Derby, maybe for that horse who looks a pretty nice progressive young stayer.
Yep, good race.
Is there enough speed in this for horses back in the field to run on, or from midfield?
Little Silver's your leader.
You got Little Silver, Our Rocky Bay, possibly Success Play Handy, but it missed the kick last start, so you've got a few there.
We'd black booked Princess Red, or horses to follow after its last start, 4th behind at your service.
Yep.
It's drawn beautifully for Parnham to just have it off the speed.
Yep, won that one back probably.
Did I think missed the kick a little bit last start, but Chrissy on should be able to get out of the gates cleanly and settle a little bit handier.
So which way are you going, Russ? Anything at all?
I'm going Princess in Red.
Same.
Each way, just on the map.
Yep.
The other one will get back, could get that hampered run again. And you've got to have a lot of faith when you're backing them after a run like it had last time. You never know what's going to happen. But Pikey on board could be 2 out of 2 or 2 out of 3 for him again.
What about yourself?
Nothing here, Mart.
No. You're listening to Straight Up. Russell Collett, Brad McManus. We're going through our legs of the quaddie, and race number 7, the Morley Growers Market Challenge Stakes. It gets interesting now, lads. 1,500 metres. And 1 Olympic Park back at the track. First up, 750 and into 6. 2 All Grunt, 5 to 420. 3 is Caporetto, 26. 4 What's the Point, 51. 5 Noah Quintelli, 41. 6 Glasgow Lass, 6 into 480. 7 Golden Kathleen, 31 to 23. 8 Ron's Final Flutter, 7 to 650, and then 9 Flower Gold, 7 to 420, 10 Dealer in 750. You must be going to win here. There's plenty of money.
Oh, it's a bit flowing, Mart. Salivating affair.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So you should.
Glasgow Lass. Oh, Mitchie. 600 each way at the 550. Flower of Gold. They got stuck in early. I think they liked the, $7 early. They went bang. They took that. They've taken the 6. They've taken the 550. They've taken the 5. They've taken the 480. They've taken the 460. Fair dinkum.
Have you ever, the old one, the bookies, just when you go to collect up the front, this is one of our favourites, Russ, and around the back, pal.
Love it.
You ever got to produce that on them every now and then?
I used to work for Don Martin in the ring, and I was in a bad mood out the back once, and someone was trumpeting their win and came out the back to collect off me, and I said, round the front, champ. So I went back to Don Martin and said, can I cash this in? And Don's gone, round the back, mate.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, the old around the back, pal.
Done the old 360. Anyway, the pros have backed Olympic Park as well. The smart money locally, all grunts coming. Ron's Final Flutter, smart money.
Good money.
Cracking betting race, as you'd expect, Ross.
Oh, it's a terrific race, isn't it? Look at the records of some of these horses. Olympic Park had me after that first couple of runs, especially that second start when it won at Ascot. That was phenomenal, that win. And then kicked it on, placed in the Fair Retha, placed in the WA Guineas. Not bad, is it? 2 wins and 2 thirds in your first 4 starts. Glasgow Lasses won 2 of 3. All grunts won 3 of 4. Ron's Final Flutter doesn't know how to run a bad race. Flower of Gold, 2 and 2 out of 6. Even the bottom weight, 3 starts for a win in a second. This is a really good horse race. Always has been the challenge.
Yep.
And it's usually a good horses race. Usually the winner of this goes on to greater things. And that's why I'm going to stick with, at the value, Olympic Park. I think he's the horse going towards the Derby. Yes. And I could see him at 1,500 first up. Even without a trial, I could see him running a huge race. And he'll be the one I'll be watching on in the run. All grunt, you can't knock its form. And certainly you can't knock the money. The money with Flower of Gold, there's certainly a lot of support there. I don't know whether that's just pipe money or whether it's form money. But I'm sticking with Olympic Park. I think he's the horse of the next 12 months. And I think why not? First up, 1,500 metres in a listed race, drawn 1. He might get back. If he gets off that rail and gives himself a chance to launch, he could be the one at each way.
Is that a concern? Barrier 1 blinkers off?
Yeah, does that mean 3 back rails at the very closest? And it should be nice and fresh anyway. First up, no trial mark, so should be a bit of ping there.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Leader here, I've got What's the Point as the leader. There's not a lot of other speed in it, except for Glasgow Lass will race close, Caporetto will race close, and hopefully Olympic Park jumps without the blinkers on.
The big concern for Olympic Park might be how slow they might go in. They might really sort of bunch up at patches because, as you said, What's the Point looks the leader, and who knows which What's the Point turns up and how far that carries them into the straight. It has been known to just mix its form a little bit. So, but for me, I can't have Flower of Gold at that price as favourite in that race at 1,500 first up, no trial. That would be an incredible effort. Probably suggest the horse may well have come back better, and I'd be looking at all grunt. I think it's going to be. Hopefully, it doesn't get caught wide again. Can go when it wants to. It was an incredible effort. Watching that replay, I thought Deal Her In had it cold halfway down the straight because it was the one that got out with the softer run, ready to launch. All Grunt had done a bit of work around him. Just kept finding. So, really nice animal. $5 around the traps gets me for All Grunt.
There you go.
As you said, you summed it up beautifully, Russ, and Ian Dunstan off the text lines come in and said he's just tuned in and really enjoying your analysis of these races.
Very good.
Your old mate up on the goldfields.
Old Scout. He's a beauty.
Oh, he's going beautifully.
One for you, Mart, off the text line, the Retrovision text line.
Yes.
What's that number, Mart?
0427 789 571. Group 1 Morts. 2024 tallies running out the door.
Jim, the Pommy Pie, do you have any fun drive comps coming up?
No, not at the moment. Give me some time to work that one out. We're in a holding pattern. I've got one from you off this text line over here. Can you ask McGinnity what date feature race markets Karrakatta, Oaks and Derby will come out? Is it day of noms or later that week?
It will be probably the day after the day of noms, because the Karrakatta tends to have 7,000 nominations and half of them haven't even trialled yet, so it just takes a little bit of time to sort those markets out.
Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? The day of noms. 7. We're putting in Olympic Park.
I am, mate. I'm each way the Peters runner.
It could be one of these ones where you back it Saturday and just stick if it gets beat.
Yep.
Oh, the lefty's got a tip in the race too. He likes all grunt, so well tipped lefty. I concur.
I haven't really touched on this horse, but it is absolutely motoring, isn't it?
No, I only spent 2 minutes talking about it, Mark.
Yeah.
You were probably looking at packing them.
We were sort of talking, not so much.
I was listening, mate. Don't worry, McGinnity. I was certainly listening in. Glasgow Lass, we haven't really touched on.
Super effort first up. Well, 3 wide, no cover, had to keep chasing and was still taking ground off him on the line.
Yep. No, really good race. And as you said, Ron's final flutter, there was big money for it down there at Bunbury in the Breeders.
It was good in the Breeders.
It was good, very good. Only got beaten by one. And as I said, it has not run a bad race, but only the one win.
And punters shouldn't fall off Dilher in either, because the money keeps coming. It's been an avalanche every start, but it wasn't beaten very far last start. It's still a progressive animal. And,
great race. Again, a great race if you're heading out to Ascot. You don't want to be missing that one, the Challenge Stakes.
It's always an important meeting because it gives you an insight into what's coming up with the big lead-ups to these big races, as our listener just wanted the prices there. We'll go to the Reliable Asset Maintenance Detonator Stakes over the 1800. Horses getting down towards the barriers there at Geraldton. 1 Blazing Away is 61. 2 is Curramundi, and it is $17. Number 3, Red Sun Sensation, 31. 4, Own the Queen, 11. 5, Fear the Wind, 23. 6, Bonjoy, she's $2.20 into $2. 7, Antique Miss, 8 to $7.50. 8 is So War, 31. 9, Alaskan God, 51. 10, Demolish, 16 from 23. 11, Fat Roy Slim, 91. 12 is Sensational at 460. Kisses from Kelly, 26. Flower in the Wind, 41.
Mart.
Back.
Own the Queen, 500 each way. The $10. Sensational, 3,000 places at the $1.85. Bonjoy, 1,000 wins at the $2. Antique Miss, 1,300 places at the $2.50. There we go. And an each way component there at the $8 as well. Good. That's a good spread of money for this sort of race shape where you've got one favourite pretty dominant in the market. There's enough of a spread there, Russ. But these multis with Bonjoy, they're going to be large, Mart.
Yeah, big.
Some horses are just pike horses. Do you ever find that? Or some horses just go for Willie Pike. And when he teams up with them, they just grow a league. And Sensational is one of them. It's won 4 of 5 with Pike on it. And the only day he got beat was first up at Pinjarra when he got held up the entire straight behind Dr. J. Every other time it's won for him.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's hard to knock a horse with the form of Bonjoy, but you know what you're going to get from Sensational, drawn for with Willie Pike on it. And I think each way, again, at almost the each way odds, I think it's a great bet.
If you being a bookie, do you just keep laying Bonjoy and try to get a beat?
Well, you have to, because at some point they all get beat.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing run from him. It's a tremendous horse. 11 wins from 18. It's done its damage with the books already. So you've got to continue on with it. Look, one day it'll get beat, and it's always every win. It's one race closer to a defeat.
Yeah.
But 4 from 5 is that Sensational form with Pike aboard. And as I said, incredibly stiff the only day it got beat. Drawn beautifully. I think they're the two in the race, and I think Pike can knock off the favourite.
There you go. But we're looking at the Challenge Stakes, and this is race number 8 on the program, and I think we've covered off on Bonjoy
and Sensational.
And Sensational.
The Detonator, great addition.
The Detonator, sorry.
But the thing I'm battling with about getting Bonjoy beat is that they'll get beaten, but it seems to just be winning better and better the last couple. It's sort of taking care of them. So It has been known to be a bit skittish out of the gates at times, so maybe that's the chance for bookies to get it rolled. Another race, Russ, with not a great deal of pace in it.
Yeah, finding the speed map was difficult, and I think Antique Miss might even take these up.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. It's hard work even finding a breeze horse.
Yeah, it is. But I can just see Pike having this very, very close. It could be boxing even, sensational. And
Blazing Away, does it go forward? It's led at a mile before.
It might have been a while back. Red Sun Sensation has been known to go forward, but I think they prefer to get cover with it. Own the Queen, they seem to prefer cover. So Walk and Settle handy enough. Demolish Can, they sometimes seem to look for cover on it as well.
There'll be pace.
It'll be 7, leading in mine.
7.
Yeah, it seems to be the leader. Yeah.
Pushes out from 10.
Yep.
Just sneaks across at its own leisure.
Right.
Chris Barnum.
Yep. But you're convinced that Pike's got the key to sensational?
I do.
Yep.
And I think it'll get a really, really good map, and it'll get a good journey.
You've been up and about with the tips today. You've filled every box. I'm going to give you that much. You've earned your money.
I've let a few go through.
Yeah. Anything from you?
No.
No, nothing. Hasn't been much all day.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Race number 9. This is the Ballast Racing Joiner Racing Syndicate Handicap. Have you ever been in a racing syndicate?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Unofficially. Great. Racing horses with your mates is one of the great pleasures in life, Mart.
Yeah. Yet to do it.
Have any mates?
That's right.
I was going to say the same for me.
72 plus. Keep Reading is 31-2. Watch Me Rock 390. 3 Son of the Boss 10 to 850. 4 Burberry 750 to 550. 5 Lons de Leaders 17. 6 Angel Undercover 750. 7 Golden Veils 7 from 850. Number 8 is Brimstone 34. 9 Comic Hero 12 to 750. 10 Siberian Siren. She's into 850 from 10. And Dream a Lot 13 to 11. Bit of money going around here as well.
I'm just waiting for a text message from Butchie declaring his horse. Remember, he used to correct us on the pronunciation every time we had a crack at it. Burberry, Barbary.
There's about 4 in there.
Barbary.
What is it?
Doesn't matter.
Whatever you like.
Oh, it's a spice of some sign, I think. Yeah.
Burberry.
Butchie's probably busy raising his left arm at the sales and with a frothy in his right arm. But, well, the money, this is just one of the great ones, Mart.
Spread around.
500 each way. Brimstone at the big price. Son of the Bosch, 1,000 places at 310. Barbary, a couple of $300 and $400 bets there at the $8, $7.50, $7 Golden Veil. Local pros and Eastern States pros keen there. There's been plenty of money starting to pile up now for Watch Me Rock, Mart. 500 at the 3, 500 at the 310. They can all double up. Eastern States Pro Money, Siberian Siren, and Comic Hero, and Angel Undercover. Nice betting race, Ross. Yeah,
always is the last. They programmed it well. Watch Me Rock seems to be a bit on the ease there. Out to 390 now. Opened at 290. The 1,200.
Any opinion on that, Ross?
Yeah, I think the 1,200 is.
No, the price. You're okay with the price?
No, I think that's where you got it wrong. The 1,200.
Yeah.
Not trying to point anything out, but I think it's clear that that's what the market's saying. That you've definitely got that one wrong. Comic Heroes, good support there into 750. Good win there, Comic Hero. Lucy Fiore drawn a bit wider, 4.5 kilos off. I found the map very hard to do.
Is there pace in it? I need pace.
Well, this is the big concern. Son of the Boss probably will go forward. Golden Veil can go forward, but there's no clear leader. Not for mine, and something has to lead.
Yeah.
Maybe a horse
Siberian?
like, so Dream a Lot, Siberian Siren, both sneak forward. Golden Veil looks the one that could definitely sneak forward. Son of the Boss, I like to get cover, but it naturally sort of sneaks forward. So there's a few there, but they should, there doesn't seem to be a heap of pace at all.
Okay.
Butchie has texted through, he said Burberry.
I think that's what I said.
It's close.
Yeah.
Thanks, Butch.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well bought today, Butch. I'm sure he's got 5 more in the stable now.
Be nice to have a horse that can win 4 out of 8.
Yeah, and worry about what you call it.
He's got a few
I
of
call
them.
it Butch. Tom.
That'll be its stable name, surely. It's got to be. Tricky race at the end of the day. I couldn't go one way or the other. This is the one race where I would be saying, if you're having a quaddie, I'm
You're
saying
going wide this week.
This is the field leg in the last.
Wow. Last week you trimmed it up in that wide-looking race.
I can't do it in this race.
Right. I'm Siberian Siren.
Siberian.
Massive run last
Yeah,
night.
I'm
Gee,
the
it was good.
Siren.
It was huge. But gets back again, or does it go forward?
It can run up on, just off the speed, can it? Previously?
It's a
Or am I
tricky.
getting them mixed up? There's a lot of those horses.
No, tricky race. Tricky race for mine.
Yeah, sat second when it won over 12, yeah. Bob's got one in this
Yep.
at Pakenham.
Watch Me Rock.
Watch me, right?
For me, yep, that's in the book.
You're in the
450,
book.
450
Okay.
around the traps, that's enough. Lefty's keen as well.
Watch me,
So,
rock.
yeah.
With Pike in the last. You love all that, don't
Blinkers
you?
have turned this horse around, I think.
Yeah.
And it might become even more effective with the 1200 fresh with those blinkers on. And
Okay.
yep.
Don't forget, we'll have David Houston to wrap up day one of Magic Millions after this event from Pakenham. But we need to get our best bets in now, Russ, for the meeting.
Best bets for the meeting.
Yes.
Mine comes up in the first.
Kawara.
Get it early.
Yep.
Each way, I've got a couple of good each way bets for mine. Scorpion Roar, I think, is a great bet each way. Don't forget the Quinella
Quinn. Yep.
here for checks and Barramundi. Has that ever
First
been
ever.
done here before?
First ever. Yeah.
I'd like to get it tattooed on my fingers here. Quinella, just to remember. Simple Living, I think, will be very, very hard to toss. And Axman's Jazz. So I'm saying very, very early.
Get it early.
Is the way to do it. And then, of course, later in the day, each way again. One of my better each way bets. Olympic Park is at the right price. I think it's an exceptional horse on the way up.
Race 2, I think, Cryptic Joy, 950 around the traps. That's getting me. Race 3, just a midi each way at the $7 to jam it up Rusty's Quinella. Race 7, All Grunt at the $5 around the traps. That's enough. And race 9, Watch Me Rock at the $4.60 mark to round things out. How is yours?
Mine, watch me. It's okay. Race 4, Secret Style. Just a little roughie. I want a bit of money for it. Race 5, Axman's Jazz. Race 6, Princess in Red. And race 9, Siberian Siren. I'm with that Casey gang.
And
out
don't
there.
forget sensational for me, the Pike horse.
Jeez.
There's another one each way.
Well,
It's a good day for punting.
yeah. Well, are you out there
Gamble
fielding?
responsibly, of
Are
course.
you out fielding?
No, I'm not. The
Uh-huh.
week after I'm back.
Okay.
I'm actually on the behind the mic Saturday.
Oh, PR.
Yes.
Yeah, we can all share radio stations here, can't we?
Why
We get
not?
into you've been good.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.